Hello, everyone. It's me. I'm back. Just Kyia, Jusskya. And this is episode 2 of My Real Life. Dot, dot, dot. According to me, Just Kyia. So it's so good to be back. I really am enjoying this process, and I hope you guys will stay, for the long haul and enjoy this with me. Maybe learn and grow from each other and do amazing things. Sharing Him. So, like I said, this is episode 2. I hope you had a chance to see episode 1. If not, please go back and check that out. And then it's just about like an introduction of what um, my purpose and plan in this platform is to do, which is to inspire, encourage, and to challenge us and to challenge me. This is quite scary putting myself out there like this. I never was like into the social media thing of and but I am a person that likes to share my life and what I've been through and what I have gone through and the decisions I've made to share to hopefully encourage and show what my outcome was. So if you see one, you'll kind of get more of idea what I'm talking about there. So here in episode 2, dun 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 dun, I will be sharing my first memory that impacted my life. And it starts me riding home in the car with my mom. I'm 8 or 9. And we're on our way home, and I can remember the conversation going something. She's telling me the story of my father, of how they met. And she would tell me this nice story. I heard it multiple times before. He was a serviceman and very handsome. And they fell in love. It was meant to be. And as she was telling me the story this time, I noticed she stated that something about we moved with him to Chicago when I was 5. So this is all in the aspect of you telling me you guys are meeting. So the story now I realize at 8 or 9, it never included conception. Something. And so at that point, I can remember this ride home, and I said, "Wait, Ma," and I interrupted her story. I said, "Wow, if I was 5 when you guys met, how's he my father?" And I promise you, my mom said as she's driving, I don't even know if she looked over. I don't even think she looked over to me. She said, "Well, if you old enough to figure that out and ask me that question, then you old enough to know the truth." And the next words that came out of her mouth were, "I was raped when I got pregnant with you." And so she driving. It's quiet. I didn't say nothing. I don't even know if she went on to finish the story again. And I don't remember us pulling into home or the apartment we lived on 95th in Vermont. But I do remember we never talked about it again. I never asked any more questions. She never discussed with me anything beyond that. And that was it. And so here I am, this 8, 9 year old girl. Where did that go within me? Okay. So we put that back. So like I said, we lived on 95th in Vermont. And at this time, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure I said this, I am an only child, so I did kind of, well, not kind of, I did do things on my own. So I will walk around the corner to this church, and the name of the church is New Pleasant Hill Baptist Church. They were on 96 in Vermont. Actually, they're still there on 96 in Vermont. And I will walk around there and go to church. And I didn't truly understand. I didn't truly, understand or get the teaching or the preaching at the time. But I knew I had to be there, and I knew I wanted to be there. And I did accept no. I didn't at that time, because it wasn't in the sense to where we asked, "Have you accepted Christ?" At that time, I don't remember it then. If it happened, I don't. So anyway, but I did join the usher board. I joined the church, and I joined the usher board. And it was this nice lady, and it was, like, we were the youth, of course, usher board. We wore the white tops with the black skirt. And, you had to have the white stockings and your shoes, your black shoes, and your gloves. Don't forget your gloves. And everything better be nice and white and clean. And, you had to stand and usher, the visitors and the members to their chairs. And we would meet on Saturdays to practice. And I was so excited. I'm on the usher board, and it was a really good time. And I was there, and I didn't know what he was talking about per se, but I know it was getting in my spirit. I'm sure of that. And so I'm on the usher board, right? So this is in the day. Remember when the sisters of the church, they would get the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, and and the music, okay, and but it was a lot wilder, and they had their hats, and you had to have the fan and all this stuff. Okay, y'all remember this is mid early 70s. So I have been going to the church for a while, and now I'm on usher board duties. And I don't know her name, but okay, so this is the pulpit in front of me, but this section with the sisters is on this side, and it's against the wall, and that was my section this Sunday. And then you got the middle, and then you got this side against the wall, right? So, but this is exciting. This is the side, and whew, Lord, you had to be on your P's and Q's. You had to be on your job to be on that side, okay? So, my first Sunday. I don't know how long I've been doing my usher duties, but this particular Sunday, she put me on that side. I was 9, max, maybe 10, but I think I was 9. So I'm over there, and and I'm a type of person where I take in, I see, and I take everything in where I'm at. I try to learn, and so I'm there. So Sister So and So, and I see it. It's about to get started. It's about to get started because one, so and Sister So and So, it's just a monopoly effect. It's going down. It's going down. I wasn't ready. She shouldn't have put me over there that day. I wasn't ready. So, Sister So and So, right? Before another Sister So and So could even, I promise you guys. Remember this? myself, I wasn't ready. Shouldn't have been on that side. I wasn't ready. So I walked to the back. Nobody was there to film. That was my job, but I wasn't ready. She shouldn't have put me over there, but okay. But see, I'm the type of person. I guess you fake it till you make it. So I portrayed that I was ready. I portrayed that, because you have to have your confidence on. And even at that age, I just knew you have to be confident. I didn't know what my reaction is gonna be. But I led her to believe that I was ready. But guess what? I was ready. So I walked to the back. And I just kind of, stood there. You have to do this. So I did that all the way to the back. And normally that means you have to go to the bathroom. But I didn't. And went to the back. And then I'm sure someone went up there and, relieved me of those duties. But after that, she never put me back over there. I could have been ready after that, but I never retrieved that section of church again. I think I went there about a year, maybe a year, maybe a year and a half. But anyway, okay, so the moral of the story is okay, the moral of the story is when you believe in yourself and other believes in you, make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready. Okay. Is that the moral? Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, I'm sorry. That was funny to me. I hope that was funny to you. Okay, let me start laughing. I love laughing. I laugh all the time. And I really enjoy it. And it's not, and I keep saying but it's not that it is a little silliness, and I am, it's too I hear, I listen, I take it in, but what is it? Even half of the time, it's not worth my energy. I'd rather, have that glass half full. And even if it's not the greatest of situation, even if it's not the most comfortable, going back to that 9-year-old girl, just fake it. Just have it. Just believe in yourself and just be like, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. So let's continue with okay, so New Pleasant Hill. Okay, so my other experience that I remember there, I think I was 10 now, and the Easter program was coming around. And I remember I said that I was walking around to this church, and we lived in, I think it couldn't have been no more than maybe 8 apartments, 4 on top, 4 on bottom. And we lived at the end. So I believe we was number 4. I'm just guessing. And then the manager, she was a nice young lady. And then upstairs above my mom and her husband apartment was my mom's, I guess, best friend at the time. And she had maybe 2, 3 kids. So my next experience at church. Okay, so here's the build up. Well, not even a build. This is what happened. So routinely, my mom and her husband had their routine: go to work, weekends, do what you do, and then either me, my mom, and her husband go upstairs to her friend's house, or no, actually, we will always go upstairs. Now that I think about it, because their apartment was bigger, so maybe it was a little, because downstairs we only had a 2 bedroom, upstairs they had a 3. So I don't, yeah. So we will always go up there. So Friday, I assume Friday, Saturday. Okay. So they're up there playing cards, playing tongue, getting their little hustle on. Men's are playing maybe some dominoes and, getting their drink on, doing what they do. Me and the kids, I'm a kid at the time, are making sandwiches in the skillet where you would put the butter and then you put a slice of bread and you would toast that, but you would put sugar on it and then flip it in the sugar and toast it real good, take it out and put some syrup. So I guess looking back, that was like French toast. So I can remember us making this. And this one particular Friday, Saturday, and it was always, sometimes, and they had worked up, and we was just like, whatever. But this particular day, as we're making our sandwiches, is getting revved up. And I'm not sure what's going on, but there's arguing, is getting worked up. And the ladies are over here kind of playing tongue. The men are here kind of playing dominoes. But my mom and her friend got her dude there, but she's not married. So this is a new dude, kind of new. And then my mom's husband over here. So I just noticed them two kind of, whatever they're saying, I'm not sure, but they're mad. And then we're concentrating on the sandwich because we're trying to eat. So we doing this, and then I look up again or however in the area, and I don't see my mom's husband anymore. And then I look this way, and I see my mom walk out the front door, and we live right downstairs. So I'm still there in the kitchen, and then the next thing I notice is my mom's friend, man, he goes to their bedroom. And then so I'm looking, and it's still kind of like people talking and like I guess like discussing what happened, and there's a lot of movement, a lot. But me and the kids, well, I'm a kid at the time. Us kids, I guess I should say, we about to eat. So then, now we got room because the kitchen's a little cleared out of people. I notice my mom's friend, man, come out their room. And do you guys remember those tree trunks? In the seven, they would have them like little end tables and just like a trunk of a tree. And so he came carrying that out of his bedroom. And I see him go to the front door. And then okay, so we're still eating, and I see him go, and I'm not sure if the others see, but I see him. And then he come back in, whatever. So I'm thinking I'll show whatever, blah 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 blah. And the next thing I hear is my mother, and I just hear it. Then I go downstairs, and I find my mom's husband just bleeding, just his scalp is split open and just bleeding and bleeding. And I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not even like this. I could, okay, when I look back, I literally was just like, and just looked and just like, wow. And then it was just, and my mom, she gets worked up and she's doing whatever. And I'm not sure if 911 was an affecting. I'm not sure how it was or how they got to where they had to go. But I know as they was leaving, I had to go back upstairs to where old boy was and, her friend and whoever. So by this time, all the adults are clearing out and her old girl's dude is there. So of course, we hear the police come. I don't even know if we hear the police come, but he walked out and I looked and I seen the police take him away. So I'm not even sure if we heard the police come, but anyway, he got taken away. So me and the kids are left there. Everybody gone. I'm like 9, 10. Her son, I think he probably was a year or two older than me. And then the others were younger than me. And it was about 5 or 6 of us there. And it was just us. Literally, when he left with the police, no one came there. It was just us. And it wasn't like nowadays, I guess, the police be like, okay, where the kids gonna go? We was left there. So We did what kids did. We finished eating, and we didn't even talk about it. We didn't say nothing about it. We put whatever we was watching. Okay, good and dandy. Now, I say all of this to say, remember I started off the second memory or incident at church. Okay, so this happened that day of whatever day it was. So, okay, they come back from the hospital. They sewed up my mom's husband head, and next morning, um, um, this is funny. Next morning, my mom, I don't think her husband did, but for sure my mom came upstairs. It was adults there now. My mom's friend was there, and I think it was one or two other ladies. So it is three or four grown women there now, including my mom and her friend, and maybe one or two other. Okay, so anyway, do you know, even though I'm sure to a certain extent they discussed it, or what happened, or however they did it at the time, from my young perspective, but from my perspective, it was never discussed again. It went on as usual. It was no, no, nothing, no. Well, I don't even know. It was nothing. So once again, where does that go in a child and kids? And I, when I look back at that, excuse me, it's like hmm. Remember, I shared in episode one, it's like I just had to figure this out as I'm going on. And these are the things that my mind, since my thought process, since the very beginning, I can remember always processing things, always kind of thinking, but not even realizing that that was what I was doing, but I was taking it all in and just going, you know. So, back to church. So this had to be, I'm not sure, my time frame could be, I'm not how sure how long it is that Easter Sunday came around after this incident. So I do remember the incident happened first, and then Easter Sunday came around. So of course, I'm usher. I got duties. So, no, that Sunday, actually, I didn't have usher duties. No, no, a member, but I still got to represent the church as the usher, even though I don't have my usher uniform on. Okay, I say that to say, okay, so looking good, my mom, her husband, her friend. Oh boy, he's still there. A couple of others. Oh, they looking nice. She got their hats. My mom already, she liked to dress, so she gonna look good. But they all looking good. They all at church, and it's Easter Sunday, and okay, and it's the whole thing, the sister side, and actually as member we kind of sit right behind because I'm on the usher board, so you kind of sit right there. Anyway, so I can truly remember sitting there thinking, why are they here today? Yeah, I know it's Easter Sunday. Yeah. I just couldn't get with, you hadn't been coming. And not that, and then in my little mind, I'm sure, I hope, I know I wasn't judging because I didn't know judging at that age, but I knew it was a difference. Like, I didn't understand in that moment, why are you coming today? And I mean, I get it, but I don't. And and I don't know if that's why today I kind of I don't kind of, I really rebel against like structure. Like you tell me, oh, it's Mother's Day. Okay. And it's been Mother's Day for me all year long. As a matter of fact, do it every other day except Mother's Day for me. Because and I get the whole recognition, but okay, great. But that seems like we're setting ourselves up like you have, like, if as long as you do something great on this day, you show her all that appreciation. No, show me all year long, you know? Like, don't wait for that day. That day, hey, don't even recognize it. Or I'm just saying, and that's just me, and I don't know if that's where it originates from, but that is one of the memories that with church. Okay, so here in episode 2. So how about, you guys just think about, um, think back to maybe your first impressionable memory moment, and just think back to how it ties into the person you are today, and how you relate to things today. Like with me, with the holiday thing, noticing that these people came on Easter, and it was like, and then so for me, really, it's like holidays, so-called holidays, celebrate me every day. And then even like with Christmas, it's like I worship and celebrate and recognize them every day. Yes, I get the whole, but it's just not me, because it's like, okay, if it's about him, why are we giving each other gifts? Why are we asking our kids, what do you want for Christmas? I would hope my kids will say, Jesus is what I want for Christmas. And and that's just me. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I do celebrate and have those events or moments for my kids at a time. I don't do it consistently, like every year I have to have a tree and every year they get gifts. No. My son is 15, my daughter is 12. I have literally, in the whole traditional sense of Christmas, the whole tree and gifts and all that, probably done it 3 or 4 times in their life. And not to say who does it every year. That's amazing. That's great. It's just not for me, in my, and who I am. But I do, we go around, we look at the Christmas lights, and we do all these things that my daughter likes to do, uh, because she wants to experience that. Just because I don't put a tree up, and by no means I'm saying not to. I'm just saying this is just who Juss, Jusskya, just Kyia. And but I love it all, I do. But and then, okay, so Valentine's Day, don't wait till February 14th, bring me some flowers and some candy. I want it every day but February 14th. I want it every other day, not every other day, every day besides February 14th. Okay? That's the way you show me I'm your Valentine. Not on the one day. Okay? So, episode 2. I hope you guys enjoy. It will get better as I go along. But I promise that all my stories are 100% me, nonfiction, and let's learn from each other. Thank you. Until next time, episode 3. Whoop, whoop.